Viewers, for those of you who watch my live streams consistently enough, you would have heard me on a number of occasions speaking about the mentality of the youths of today. Yes, there is a view that enough opportunities are not available for youngsters within the society, and I will not tell you that opportunities are here for all youths. But the truth is, and if we are willing to be very honest, there are more opportunities than people tend to think or to say exist. However, many of the youths are not really interested in some of the opportunities that exist, and some of them want it now, and some of them want it a particular way, and they're not willing to start from somewhere and build as time goes by. Now, case in point, I am going to share a story of a young man who was caught up in this mentality trap. A young man who, by some accounts, was very street smart, very articulate, and had the potential to be a positive contributing member of the society. The young man in question has been identified as Shaquill Simpson, believed to be in his early 20s. So for a little bit of context, this gentleman had this to say about the young man in question.
On the 28th of January last year, I was going home, and upon entering my community, I saw a group of boys sitting in the corner. So I decided to stop and reason with them, which I do from time to time. There was one particular young man. I listened to him speak. He was so articulate and intelligent. He was like a cut above the rest of them. I was so impressed by his mastery of the English language and his knowledge base that I took out my phone and recorded him speaking. Now that young man was the guy who was killed yesterday in the gas station in Red Hills. After breaking into the gas station, the police came and killed him. I am going to upload the videos of this young man talking. A young man with great potential, but was just misguided and misled and derailed.
You heard what this gentleman said. A young man with so much potential, but was misguided and misled. This is the young man having a conversation with members of his community, his peer group. Yes, he was apparently drinking, but he still seemed collective enough and articulate enough for you to make an assessment of his abilities.
Why you can't look for a council and begging some work? If you work and you do 7 days a week, and less chatting.
You know why? You know, may I answer your question? You know why? Because I'm above that. I am suppressed that. Because I have 7 subjects, I also have physics under my belt.
So all of I say buy rum and
can't
gear,
be a part of forensics.
We're not on a subject.
I
I
can't
buy rum gear,
any
make a drink, we're not on a subject.
So why am I going to seek employment on a site which is going to pay me $2,500 per day to get myself 30? What the f*** am I going to do? Send me to law school. Let me improvise for my education. Send me to law school. Then prove something to you.
Big up your education more.
I've been to Patron Limited, which is their private institution, where everybody tries a Honda car or a Civic. These niggas, we've been rolling niggas. Man's Limited, we've been rolling. So why am I gonna be itching in the corner? Yeah. Why am I gonna be itching up in the corner, sending applications, sending resumes, and these companies are rejecting me? You're crazy, nigga. And I have my qualification from Patron Limited.
Keep my don't say that. Don't say that, bro. Yeah. 7 subject and you're fully done.
Why am I full done?
Eh?
Why?
Because 7 subject.
I'm gonna teach every man in a 4-year-old or a man. I'm gonna teach everybody of it. Alright, if we ever teach the laws of momentum around here now, if we teach the laws of momentum, for be honest. We have every encyclopedia there is in London running.
4 creases round some man in a wall. Make you can reason.
We fight a case pertaining to shooting at 15 years for 4 years. You think my vocabulary big?
Where? How come?
Which boy can't look up one of my friends and tell him say I'm a murderer?
I
don't pay 3 million a court. No make a 3 million a court. No. 3 million a court. And so when I'm a friend of my murderer, him look like my criminal. We can't from me go, no. I pay 15 million, no. I don't have it.
Sue you quick.
I don't have it. I don't have it neither. I'll make you have it here. You're on remand for that. Me and your Johnson locate a Central Block where the manager of a Shaquill company. He's a billionaire, not just millionaire.
Yeah, billionaire.
Me locate with rich people. Me locate with rich people at Central Block. And him rich, him charge of murder. He murder him the owner brother-in-law. And call it evening, can go and jump off.
See, fish.
Hey boy, stop it talking. Me charge the capital.
Yes, the video is a little bit longer than what I played, as he would have mentioned a couple of names and some situations that are not really important. However, of note, he would have mentioned a few things that I want to talk about. He scoffed at the idea of going to work on a construction site. He deemed it demeaning and it would be dirtying his hands. He would not do that for $2,500. He spoke about his time attending Maths Unlimited and seeing other students driving to school in Hondas. He wanted that life, He was not willing to look lower than that. Among the things that were stated, if you are following, it would also appear that he would have served time, because he made mention of being on remand for 4 years and being involved in some case where apparently the conviction was for 15 years and it was brought down to 4 years. So he would have spent time, based on my interpretation of what was said, within our penal system. And based on some of the things that I cut out from the video, it is clear that he spent time in the company of some people who he regarded to be very wealthy, very rich people. And as such, that might have led him to start to develop a mentality of me wanting to be rich, but he may not have been willing to go and start from scratch and build on that. So much so that he was shot and killed during a confrontation with the police about 3 a.m. on Monday morning. Reports into that incident are that a group of men broke into a gas station in Red Hills and proceeded to rob. The police were alerted. Police responded. When the police responded, the men engaged the police in a shootout and he was shot. He died from his injuries. Reports also suggested that men from the group may have escaped. The police were, however, called back to the gas station a few hours later when it was discovered that another of the robbers was still inside the building and he had apparently been shot and injured. The police also recovered a gun from him.
I feel pain, you know? See, what about it, man?
Watch out. I want a police up in a hand. I want a police up in a hand.
I'm not sure.
Eh? Look, I the boy have enough. You see it in the newspaper, a police wrap up. That boy have all a gun enough. See police wrap up there. Yeah.
I want pop. Yeah, but see what I gun, man. What I gun, man? Gun, you know?
Yeah. In there all along. In there all along.
Hey, the woman smart. The woman smart, you know? The woman here around there and just take them call the police. Roger, what's the long gun?
Yeah, not tell you. Not tell you, man.
And if you look at the video clip carefully, you realize that this boy in the video clip is a relatively young boy. A young boy who, just like Shaquill Simpson, who did not want to take the long route to get what they want, but they were ready, willing and able to find shortcuts. And this is the result. And many youths in the society have fallen into this trap. The mentality trap, as I call it. Young, smart, but not willing to work for what they want.
Teach them! Hey, yo, hello! Send the message and make it reach them. It's teach them. Right here, Warlord representing.
Thank you for watching. Like the video before you go. Please subscribe if you haven't done so. And remember to share the video with your friends and family. And browse the channel for more quality content. Until next time, walk good, my friends.
Teach them!